Coffee grinder reviews. Coffee has always been a delicacy in the world's culture. Coffee is known for its medicinal quality. Coffee also helps protect your brain, lowers the risk of type 2 diabetes, helps your reproductive systems, helps your colon, and is great for your skin. Coffee is a very beneficial substance that has become a very prominent factor in our daily activities. Therefore, why wouldn't you would like a coffee mill to permit you to possess the freshest coffee possible? Coffee grinders allow the customer to grind the coffee beans without having to shop for prepackaged ground beans. Here are a couple of coffee grinders that stand out from the gang. Most popular coffee grinder KRUPS. The KRUPS GX4100 electric spice and occasional grinder comes with chrome steel blades and is out there in black. This device features a 200-watt motor that gives fast grinding within minutes. The beans are all ground at the same size. The KRUPS GX4100 electric spice and occasional grinder with chrome steel blades can grind up to 3 ounces at a time. It can also be used to grind up spices, nuts, grains, etc. An occasional grinder may be a wonderful accessory within the kitchen because it can provide uses for quite one item. Imagine having the scent of fresh coffee beans spread throughout your house, or the aroma of fresh ground spices flowing throughout the rooms of your residence. The smell itself is addicting and can have you ever eager to use the KRUPS GX4100 electric spice and occasional grinder as often as possible. There is a 1-year limited warranty and the KRUPS GX4100 electric spice and coffee grinder is 6 by 3-1/6 by 3 to 5/9 of an inch, which allows for easy storage and will not take up much counter space while in use. Best overall coffee grinder. Hamilton Beach. The Hamilton Beach 80365 custom grind hands-free coffee mill features a cord memory device, which allows you to store the device easily with non-hanging cords. There also are 5 different automatic coffee flavor settings. The Hamilton Beach 80365 custom grind hands-free coffee mill can grind up to 12 cups of coffee beans at one time. This is often another grinds up to 12 cups of coffee beans. 5 automatic flavor settings. Cord storage. Detachable grinding unit. Brush included for easy cleanup. Best budget coffee grinder. Cuisinart. The Cuisinart DBM8 Supreme Grind Automatic Burr Mill has an 18-position grind selector. This allows you to make perfect coffee grounds every time. You can decide how fine or how coarse your coffee grinds to be, depending on your needs and usage. You can also prefer to make between 4 and 18 cups of dregs. By allowing you to decide how many cups of coffee you need, you will never have to waste coffee grounds. The Cuisinart DBM8 Supreme Grind Automatic Burr Mill is heavy-duty and simply stored. With an 18-month warranty, you not need to worry about the Cuisinart DBM8 Supreme Grind Automatic Burr Mill not performing. The pieces of the Cuisinart DBM8 Supreme Grind Automatic Burr Mill are all easily removed so as for quick and straightforward cleanup. A coffee scoop and cleaning brush also are included for straightforward pack-up. 18-position grind selector. Up to 18 cups of coffee grounds. 18-month warranty allows maximum flavor. 1-touch power bar. Coffee grinder buying guide. Buying a coffee mill may be a step that each coffee lover should consider. The below tools will help you make a perfect cup anytime you want. This guide will enable you to make an informed decision when purchasing a coffee grinder. 2 types of coffee grinders. There are 2 main sorts of coffee grinders, blade grinders and burr grinders. Each of these grinders offers different quality levels. 1. Blade grinders. This type of grinder is the commonest and least expensive. It's either a manual or electric grinder and inconsistent. It produces coffee that is partially powder and partially coarse. You will also find particles within the coffee once you use blade grinders. You may burn the coffee if you allow the coffee within the blade grinder for too long. Burnt coffee has low flavor quality. 2. Burr grinders. These grinders produce the simplest flavor out of your beans. Consider this grinder if you care about the standard of your coffee. Burr grinders produce uniform particles. There are 2 types of burr grinders, flat and conical plate. The functionality is different, but the quality is almost the same. Conical burr grinders are cheaper and quiet. Flat plate grinders are costly and produce uniform particles as compared to conical grinders. When buying coffee grinders, there are tens of grinders in the market. Since all have similar features, it is often challenging to pick one. Consider the following factors to help you narrow down your options. 1. Size consistency. This is the primary thing that you simply should consider before you agree for a coffee mill. It affects the aroma and flavor that you will get. Apart from the quality of your coffee beans, consistent and fine particles ensure that you have a perfect cup of coffee. Burr grinders produce uniform particles. However, some burr grinders don't work correctly. Ensure that you select a grinder that produces consistent particles. Espresso lovers should consider this factor. 2. Price. Just like other products, you ought to be able to spend more if you would like an honest coffee mill. Burr grinders are more expensive than blade grinders. Your budget will determine the sort of grinder that you simply will purchase. Go for a blade grinder if your budget is restricted. You should also know the quality of the beans that you intend to buy. Low-quality grinders won't bring out the simplest flavor from your high-quality beans. Therefore, invest in an expensive but effective grinder. Expensive coffee grinders are made from high-quality, durable materials. They can last longer than cheaper grinders. 3. Capacity grinders hold a selected amount of coffee beans at a time. Remember that you simply can get the simplest flavor and aroma if you grind your coffee just before brewing. You don't need an outsized grinder if you plan to brew coffee for 1 or 2 people. However, you'll accept an outsized grinder if you'll be brewing coffee for several people. 4. Speed grinders with high-speed motors can grind your coffee during a short time. However, you ought to know that high-speed grinders produce heat which will burn your coffee and ruin the flavor. Therefore, purchase a grinder that has lower speeds. High-speed grinders don't last long because the heat wears them out. 5. Noise. Go for a quieter grinder if you're sensitive to noise. Conical burr grinders produce less sound than flat burr ones. Note that flat burr grinders are better than conical grinders when it involves particle fineness. Check out the reviews if you'll be buying a grinder online. This is the simplest way of knowing how loud or quiet the grinder is. Conclusion. Apart from the factors above, you should also consider the size, ease of cleaning, and the materials used. You should also consider the durability and aesthetics. Note that the coffee mill that you simply will buy has an impression on the flavor. Take your time to research before you make the final decision.